Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Glad to see you again. What's going on? Let me know what is going on in your life. Leave me a comment. Drop a dime, as they said back in the day. So guess we're gonna pick up where we left off. So we left off where? What else do I have to say? I think that was it. I'll think of something else later. Anyway, where we left off was Junie had told us all about Paula's growing up, and yeah, she had been through a whole lot growing up. And even when she got grown, being pretty much disowned by her adoptive family. So we're going to pick up with Alan. Okay. My spectacles on. So, I was right about watching my back at work. This supervisor, for some reason, was trying to give me a hard time. He and I hadn't had trouble for the last few weeks. He asked me about an empty bottle of liquor that had been found on the job. I told him I didn't know anything about the bottle. Then he started hinting that maybe I had been drinking on the job. I cleaned that shit up right away, telling him I wasn't drinking on the job. Then he going to insist that I knew who was drinking. I didn't have a clue, but even if I did know, I wasn't going to drop a dime on him. I had to look to make sure the camera was rolling. So I wasn't going to drop a dime. Supervisor dropped the conversation. I went to get a complaint form to write him up and send it to the union about this nut harassing me. I'd write my complaint up before the week was over and submit it. The week was going kind of fast, and I didn't get to write up my form. I had been hanging out 2 nights and preparing for JoJo to arrive. The following week came around. This was going to be an easy week. Yeah, a short week. Like I said, I had been hanging out and preparing for JoJo to arrive. I still hadn't submitted my complaint form. I had slacked off the rush to get it to the union because my supervisor hadn't been giving me a hard time since he left it alone last week. What I had noticed is he was giving a few other folks some trouble. Anyway, JoJo came home, and this day JoJo and I were sitting around his grandfather's house. JoJo's grandparents had raised him, so he was staying with his grandfather while he was home. He'd gotten a bowl of canned meat out the refrigerator. We'd also gotten a box of crackers to go along with the meat spread. We were eating this delicious spread on the crackers, having a good time, talking and laughing at all the fun times we had. Women loved this black brother. His old flame was on him like white on rice when he returned home. My man was doing good for himself. He was a professional student. I teased him about that. He'd get a degree and go right back to school to get another degree. I'd always ask him, "Damn, man, are you ever going to get a job?" Well, while we were still at the kitchen table eating, his grandfather walked in and looked in the refrigerator, asking had we seen the bowl that was in the box. JoJo said, "I got the bowl out. It's right here." His grandfather turned towards us and said, "I'll be damned. That's the bowl of dog food I'm looking for. Y'all done ate the damn dog food." We were in disbelief. We'd eaten half a bowl of dog food, and worse than that, we thought the shit was delicious. Jojo was like, wait, what? We ate dog food? His grandfather was laughing his ass off. I just said, that was some good ass dog food. I left this place shortly after finding out I'd eaten dog food. Jojo was going to visit other folks, so I used this time to catch up on a bit of rest because we had a lot of ground to cover and time to make up for later. I had to go to work Wednesday and Thursday, and I made sure I got to work tired or hungover. Things were still cool those 2 days with the supervisor, though I still had a feeling to beware, and I was off Friday as I had requested. This weekend I saw Jojo for a few hours Friday. He spent time with his lady friend, and I went by my grandfather's place Sunday around 1 that afternoon. Jojo was just getting in from the night before. He was leaving Monday morning. He said he was spending this weekend with his grandfather and for me to hang out with them this weekend. I told him I was just stopping by for a minute. They insisted I stay for a while. And Grandpa started getting some food together for us all. Not dog food either, but regular table food. Hours later, I headed for home. I was so full. Instead of going home, I changed my mind and headed to my parents' house to see them. After I got there and we had talked a bit, I took a doze on the sofa, and my little sister kept telling me to go upstairs and get in her bed. So finally, I did go get in her bed. It felt good to hear quiet. My sister had painted her room sky blue, white ceiling with an aquarium that had white and blue gravel in it. She also had a blue light on her wall. It was very relaxing. It was supposed to give the feeling of being under the water. I laid back looking at the ceiling and glancing at the fish swimming in the tank. Before I knew it, I had drifted off. I woke up about an hour later, went downstairs, grabbed a sandwich, and head out for a short while. I left my parents' home and went straight home and just relaxed. I took my shirt and shoes off, turned on the television, and laid across the bed when the phone rang. I didn't feel like answering it, but I did. It was Lynn. She wanted to make plans for us to get together, but I didn't feel like making plans right then. I told her I wanted to see her, but I wasn't in a talkative mood right now. She understood, and I told her I'd call her back later tonight. She was a sweet chick, but I didn't see our friendship growing into anything. I just still wasn't ready. All I could think of at the moment was to get up and scramble over to the kitchen cabinet to get some scooter pies and grab a glass of milk and lay back down. You know that feeling of when your body touches your mattress? I ate the damn box of scooter pies, the whole box, finished my milk, and fell into a hard, deep sleep. While I was asleep, something woke me up. It was a doorbell. I forced myself to answer it. It was somebody that had the wrong address. Well, I slept somewhere along my dreams. I had a fleeting thought that maybe I'm lonely at times, but my conscious mind told me to take more time to myself. And then so again, Lynn crossed my mind. So I do agree that most times between relationships, you probably do need time for yourself to feel your mind together, your heart right, be ready to move on to the next personal relationship. But give me your opinion. Most guys I know will go straight from one relationship to another. Sometimes they've already started the other relationship while they're still in the first relationship. But look, y'all drop me a line. Let me know what your opinion is or what your experiences have been. I would love to hear from you, and I will surely respond. Again, people, thank you for stopping in. All are welcome. And peace to you, love, and don't forget to have compassion for your fellow man.